As was apparent through our unpleasant exchange, I have history with this master of the assassins. His name is Lambert. 20 years ago, he and I were part of a group who founded the Crimson Duelists. We studied the fated teachings passed through generations of Yerbanians and revived the art of red magic as a weapon against tyranny. But one day Lambert simply snapped. He murdered my unsuspecting comrades and vanished into the shadows. I returned from scouting alone to discover the aftermath of his massacre. It was later that I learned his treachery had been paid for with imperial coin, but never could I find what became of the man himself. After 20 years of fruitless searching, I thought him dead. This has now become a matter of vengeance. I mean to pursue Lambert and excise a price for his betrayal, and I will not ask you to join me in this vendetta. Worry not, Wolfmage, your grasp of red magic will allow you to grow without the need of a teacher. As for you, Arya, I will arrange a suitable sanctuary. I'll not turn you out to fend for yourself. I shall treasure the time we spent together, my friends. May our paths cross again. Should we let him go off on his own should we let him go off alone like that? I don't know about you, but I feel my part in this is not over. And follow Ixrun. It'd be faster if I mounted up. Let's see what mount I get on the roulette. Ooh, the red carbuncle. Let's go. Yes, Wolfmage, is there something else I can do? I will go with you. This is not your battle, my friend. I will deal with Lambert alone, or die in the attempt. I can see I am wasting my breath. You have the determined look that so impressed me the first time we met. Very well, we stand together then. You are more capable to me. You're more a comrade to me now than a student, Wolfmage, and I welcome your sword at my side. I'm coming too. I want to help save others from this monster, just as you saved me. I won't let you. I want you to teach me red magic. As things stands, I am just a burden to you. If I am to do more than be carried along in your wake, I need my own way to make a difference. You certainly do have an aptitude for the arcane. Lambert appeared to target such youths for recruitment into his cabal. But Wolfmage rescued you from a mindless fate. Now you would don the red to fight in our crusade. there's a sense of recklessness to it, isn't there? I stand with us then, Arya. Join the ranks of red mages. Okay. Mage, sure. You look splendid, but it's more than the clothes which make help me train her as I trained you, Wolf Mage.
Stream elements. Wolf Mage Core Wine 1011 is now live. Streaming Final Fantasy XIV Online. Fluffy Mage plays some FFXIV Post HW Part 2. Commands for my commands.
I thought it had already did that before I... Wait a second. Did it DC and then make me go live again? Hold on. Yes, it did. Okay. I lost connection for a second, so 2-2. I'll have to see what you guys missed due to the thing disconnecting. Let me check. I'm going to mute for a bit. Most afraid to. You guys didn't miss that much. I just some dialogue. Ugh, hate it when this happens. I'll pay close attention, I promise. Oh, and Arya, there'll be no more hiding behind Wolf Mage. Is that clear? I'll try to be brave. Let's see. I'll have to see what you guys missed from the VOD. Okay. We're dipping into the red. We're losing frames. Please tell me it's still live. Okay, there we go. For some reason it was dropping frames. I hate it when this happens. Ixrun wishes to investigate Ilbert's next move. Not Ilbert, Lambert and his puppets are acting under Imperial orders. That much is certain. ever since we thwarted the attempt on Master Wilkins. However, it would seem they have abandoned him as a target. The merchant's life is not worth all the assassins we cost them, I'd wager, but it will only be a matter of time before the Cabal is given a new prey to hunt. I I've called in a favor with a friend to investigate possible targets. He agreed to meet with us at Hawker's Round in Limsa Limensa. Do, do, do. Oh, the Chunky Boy! The Chunky Chicken came out to play. Harry. Limbs and Limensa. 40 gold. There we go. It's faster and not as expensive as um, hold on. There we go. I'm adjusting my stream avatars so that they only go to a certain area of the screen. There we go. Do do do. Do do. Let's see, I think that's near Hawker's Alley. Yes, it is. Let's see, Hawker's Round is here. Latrell. He's actually part of the MSQ. This fine gentleman is Raul, a former member of the Company of Heroes. He's been helping us with our investigation since before we left Delport, and the two of you have met, I take it. It's good to see you, Raul. Good to see you too, lad. Mr. Red Bridges here didn't mention he was on the road together. Anyhow, let's get straight to business. I did some digging into the Floating Fortress, your Cabal. The Merchantman dabbles in a bit of trading to keep up the trade, so I started paying attention to where the goods ended up, and I think you find that Lambert gets his orders from the Imperial base. I'm in Northern Thanalan, Castrum Meridianum. That's your best bet, I reckon. You're a treasure roll. I'll pass any new information we manage to uncover. For now, though, consider that favor paid in full. Wolf Mage Arya to the Drowning Lunch. Oh. Okay, strength output. Okay. Apply. Okay, let's try taking the bitrate down a bit. And seeing if that fixes it. Took 500 bitrate off of it from the 4,500. Let's see, that's at the F castle. That seems to have fixed. Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's try that. I'm trying to adjust the bitrate to fix this delay issue. That's not it. Performance. Let's see. Just as long as it doesn't just cut the video again. Yeah, it's not cutting the video again. Okay, where's the aft castle? And that's where I have to be. Actually, let me do something. So I can keep an eye on this. I'm gonna watch it from my phone. And turn it all the way down. There we go. Hopefully, I see it if I start dropping frames again. Like, majorly. Or if I DC, then I can stop immediately. Also, this makes it so I don't need the chat thing. Okay. So we are going to talk to Ixrin. Right, we have our destination, so let's discuss the objective. We need to storm Castrum Meridianum and locate documentation on Lambert's next target. A poor choice of words, perhaps. To clarify, on one of us will provide a diversion while the other two slip inside and rifle through desks until we find what we are looking for better. Wolf Mage, you will be our decoy. Draw away as many of their sentries as you can, and buy us the time we need. Arya, we will run you through some practice exercises. And I see you have been honing your skills on various beasts, but this will be your first battle against thinking opponents, yes? Very well. Make your preparations, my friend. We meet at... I can't read that word. That seems to have fixed it. I set it to performance instead of rather than display settings. And let me find a cord so I can keep my phone charged and ready if I need, because I need it up apparently. There's a cord. Charge my phone. Plug, because I'm busy doing... There we go. Whoa. No, don't. There we go. Okay. Thanalan, Northern Thanalan, yes. Use an Aetherite ticket. Also, I tend to hang out on Zarjatanus with my character. That reason being is I am planning to transfer this character to Sargetanus to be in my main character's FC. Mount up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Talk to Ixrun, talk to Arya first. Ixrun tested my progress, but it seems seemed a little frustrated. I'm afraid my talent for certain spells has overly raised his expectations. Right, just as we planned. Wolfmage, do your best to become the center of Imperial attention. Arya, you're with me. Once inside, we'll split up and to hasten our search to so steel yourself for run-ins with patrols. I hope I'm ready for this. Just keep your head and you'll be fine. You've not quite reached Wolf Mage's skill level, but your offensive magics are, to be quite honest, terrifyingly powerful. Your restorative arts, on the other hand, well, let me just say that the scales swings both ways. Now that I think on it, Alice lacked balance in much the same manner. Must be something. The only ones that will work with your phone I'm using. Now that I think on it, Alice lacked balance in much the same manner. Must be something in the blood. But rarely have I met such an extreme case as you. Not to worry, we will work on your weaker aspects until you find an equilibrium. Such is the key to excelling in red magic. Now let us set to work. Head around to the front of the base and make a nuisance of yourself, Wolf Mage. With the growth you've shown, I'm certain you can handle whatever those patrols throw at you. We'll be sneaking in from the backside while you hold their attention. Please try not to fight them all at once. And time to fly to the appointed location. And I am level 60, and what level is this quest? This is a level 58 quest. And for AoE, you go black, red, and white. Red, and they done. How about a fletch? They all did. Whoa, big AoE. Have a fletch. Red, white. Now switch to my hotbar that has the mounts on it. Boop. Carbuncle. Ta. I feel a touch dizzy. All that sneaking about has left me drained, but I am glad to see you unharmed. We met hardly a handful of guards, thanks to you. You don't do things by halves, do you, my friend? I could hear the commotion from the other side of the wall. Our foe was so focused on your battle, I dare say we could have walked out with an entire shelf of records. As things stand, however, we contained ourselves with contented ourselves with the knowledge of Lambert's forthcoming operation. There is much to discuss. I suggest we withdraw to the cerulean plant that we might converse in relative safety. But it would seem the experience has taken its toll on Boraria. You are able to walk, my dear. Thaumaturge. She should. She, I know it's part of the quest to have her be Red Mage, but she should have stuck with Thaumaturge. She's better at black magic than she is at white. Let's see what Arya had to say. I feel much recovered, thank you. I see the color has returned to your cheeks, Arya. Do you feel any better? Much better, thank you. I may have been pushing too hard to perfect my white magic. I feel from what I witnessed, I'd say you have much work yet ahead of you. Keep at it. I will. Let us return to the subject at hand, shall we? We uncovered documents detailing the Enterprise's development of Empire's development of the Cabal, and it is much as we surmised. The Cabal's assassins spirit away youths with arcane aptitude, much like our Arya here, and deliver them to Lambert for branding. Once the curse sigil has destroyed their will, he fills their empty minds with lethal thaumaturgy and conditions them to follow his every command. It seems, however, that the formation of the Cabal itself was relatively recent development. Lambert received imperial orders to organize his puppets into an expendable force, a fearless, unwaveringly loyal cult of assassins that could strike against resistance supporters in lands beyond the Empire's reach. This plan, as well as Lambert's involvement, was proposed by the Crown Princenos, their heir appointed to the Empire. Even within the Imperial Legions, this man has a reputation for cold brutality. Aside from his mastery of red magic, Lambert is well versed in arcane spells and rituals. Doubtless, this knowledge, coupled with his singular lack of moral character, did much to curry the favor of a monster such as Xenos. Now we come to the Cabal's next assignment. I could scarce believe my own eyes, even as I read the details of the operation. Lambert's next target is the Garlean Iron Works, the company of engineers founded by the great Sid Garland. As a sanctuary for Imperial defectors, the Ironworks has long drawn the ire of the Empire, and if that wasn't reason enough, the company also began sharing engineering secrets with the Alamican resistance. To my knowledge, this will be the highest profile enemy the Cabal has ever been deployed against, but the operation will not target Sid himself. They have a far more effective method in mind. The plan is to assassinate Garland's senior staff, and the name at the top of their list is Jesse, his deputy president. Sid's ideas cannot be brought to fruition without a talented team of engineers, and the organization itself will grind to a halt without Jesse's expertise. Her loss would be a dark day for Eorzea indeed. I've communicated the details of the assassination with Ironworks. Unlike Master Wilkins' case, however, Lambert has been ordered to succeed at any cost. He will keep sending his killers until the deed is done, or we put a stop to this cabal for good. And that means bringing down Lambert himself. Wolfmage Arya, I will need your aid. Sharpen your swords and ready your spells, for we are going to war. Complete. I think the next quest is the last one for the first section of Red Mage quests, and the ones I can do. Ixrun, Stained in Scarlet. Ixrun is planning a frontal confrontation with Lambert. And this will get us Manification, which is one of the best abilities for Red Mage. Lambert will be preparing to move on the Garland Ironworks. According to the plans we reviewed, they know that Jesse is scheduled to accompany a delivery to the Alamican resistance. This ambush itself will be sprung on the outskirts of Revenant's Toll as she makes her way to a waiting airship. It should be a simple matter for us to lie in wait in Mardana and take the ambushers and Lambert by surprise. Our success will, of course, hinge upon Jesse's cooperation, and I've arranged to meet her to hammer out the finer details. Pray travel to Revenant's Toll, and we will find you on the terrace above Roanoa's House of Splendors. Luckily for me, that map is actually a free destination. I don't know. If I can actually target the crystal. Ugh. Liquid refreshment. Let's see where this destination is. They said the terrace above the House of Splendors. That means up here, right? Yep. Arya! Where's the next room? I'm sorry, were you looking for me? I just felt more comfortable waiting in the corner. Oh, Ixter and Jesse are here. Right, I've heard all about this big plan to murder me. I'm surprised no one's tried it before, considering how the company starts to fall apart the very instant I leave the room. Anyway, I understand that you and Master Corwin here are in charge of keeping me alive while I make my merry way to the airship. Is that correct? Lambert seems Lambert's been instructed to bring his entire cabal to bear on this operation. As long as you've no hint that we're onto their plan, then we stand a chance of wiping out the lot of them. I only wish we could manage it without exposing you to danger. Maybe we could, if I pretend to be Jesse. Dress you up as the deputy president. That's actually a rather clever idea. Let's get the girl in a costume then. I'm not afraid to act as bait, but when push comes to shove, I'll only be in your way. We'll need to do something about that hair. There we go. From a distance, no one will be able to tell the difference. It's just up close you're a bit shorter. We can stretch we can scratch you out by foam or so. Scratch me out? I'm only pulling your leg, class. I appreciate what you're doing for me. If you're ever in need of a favor, I'll be happy to pay you back in kind. The Ironworks airship will be arriving at the cliffside outside town. Arya will make for the vessel whilst pretending to be Jessie, and you, Wolf Mage, will act as her bodyguard. We still have a little time until the airship is scheduled to depart. Make whatever preparations you need, then meet me by the Aetheryte. Let's hope my gear level is high enough. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, I have the best gear for my character, though I should probably repair it. Where's the repairman? Ow. Fall damage is a thing. Ah. Apparel. Repair my gear. After this quest, we are going to go ahead and continue the main quest for Post Heaven's Ward. But for now, we're just doing this. Let's do this. Let's see what Arya has to say. Jesse said that I would be more convincing if I appeared on a verge of appeared on the verge of biting someone's nose off. I'm not sure I even know what that means. The time has come, the Ironworks airship makes ready to depart, and our battle with the tyrannous Lambert fast approaches. There is, however, one thing I have never been able to reconcile. Why did Lambert sell his soul to the Empire? He was the duelist's most brilliant scholar, and not the kind of man who would betray his homeland for vulgar coin. I was baffled when I heard the Empire had bought his loyalty, but no matter his reason, the crime he committed was unforgivable, and we shall bring him to justice. Let us see the deed done, my friends, to the south gate. This is it, Arya. Take the path towards the silver tier and keep up the pretense as best you can. The airship is waiting near the keeper of the lake, but we can be sure the assassins will make their move before you arrive. Wolfmage, it will be up to you to protect Jesse on the road. Rather than let them flank us, I will intercept a large group meant to fall upon you from the south. You continue to surprise me with the potency of your offensive magic, Arya. With the progress you've shown, I have little doubt you could hold your own against the one or two of those mindless assassins. But I must ask that you do not engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. The goal is to lure Lambert himself into the fray, and our charade must be convincing. Wolfmage should be more than a match for his puppet underlings. I have no doubt of that. Right, then let's go. Uh, I misread that. These are actually going to be level 60 enemies. So Dr. Arya. That was some battle. Are you ready to continue on? I'll go ahead as before. Now we're slightly veering off the road. I think the final confrontation will be around here. aid Arya? Oh, I'm freaking paralyzed. You make it look so easy. Hello? Yes, Wolf Mage has defeated every ambush so far. Very good. I just finished mopping up the flanking group, and will take up position near the airship. We continue with the charade for now to make to board the airship as planned. Wolfmage, I will conceal our Wolfmage and I will conceal ourselves nearby until Lambert makes his move. He should have few of his puppets left, and will be forced to take action directly. That's when we strike together. Did you hear that, Wolfmage? Let's keep moving then. There we go. Just going ahead and walking the rest of the way. Or rather running. Because I don't feel like mounting up. Destination. There's Arya. Let's go talk to her really quick. What the heck? I didn't even attack you. You shouldn't be able to attack me at this point in time because I'm higher level. Oh, I see. It's an elite. Fudge, 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 fudge. Running away. This is an elite that I should not be fighting alone. It's literally an elite that's meant for fighting in groups. And it's right next to my quest. No, go away. Be aggro. Thank you. I'm gonna read what she said and chat. Okay. Don't see X-Rune, but he said he would be holding nearby. You better hide too, or Lambert will see through our ruse. There we go. This is a nuisance. A very big nuisance. Right next to my quest. Oh my freaking god! Hopefully I can beat it. Look at these. Oh, for crying out loud. No. I can't even get to my quest without aggroing this dumb enemy. Why would they place it right there? Please, 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 please. Proceed. Thank you. Okay. That is dumb. Dumb placement of an enemy. gun placement of a really hard elite enemy. What have we here? An impostor? 'Twould see my fallen victim to a child's ploy. Your cabal is in ruin, Lambert, and this time you'll face the consequences of your crimes. But first, I must know, why did you turn coat for the Empire after we had all we had achieved together? Still the same Ixrin, the same tiresome idealism. Your point? I may live. How many lives did we save, you and I? What did that truly accomplish? The ancient art of red magic is capable of so much more. A red mage restricts the source of his mana and accelerates the effect of his spells via the medium of his own physical form. And what would befall such a mage who then attempted to do the same technique whilst channeling the vast ethereal energies of nature? A fool's endeavor. The wielder would be consumed. Just so, and there we see the true potential of the art. Imagine the incredible power we could unleash were we not caged within this prison of flesh. It was in the wisdom of the ancients that I discovered the means to transcend our limits, a method to transform one's vessel and command even greater magics. The price to be paid, however, was a costly one. Reconstructing my body required years upon years of spent in arcane slumber. Was it worth it to slumber, surrender that which makes you mortal? I freed myself from my chains. I now command energies greater than any found in the black or white or even the red. The Crimson Duelists were merely the first step towards greatness, noble sacrifices for a greater cause. You damnable fiend. My art is unfettered by weak-minded taboos. You cannot best me with your feeble red magics. Never once did I lose a duel to you. This day will be no different. You always were the better fighter. I barely succeeded in even giving you a scratch. But a single scratch is all I need. You see, as consequence of my transformation, my strength lies not in harming your body, but in training your spirit. Once I have wounded you, your life force belongs to me. You extreme. Well, you yet draw breath, but not for long. I shall send you to Thal's realm with the answer to your question. My reason for joining the Empire? My new form allows me to wield spells of magnitude deigned to ordinary denied to ordinary mortals, but I must feed. If I fail to consume sacrificed sufficient energy, life energy, then I am affected with a terrible hunger. My work as an assassin provides me with fresh prey and an ideal environment with which to pursue my research. I am entirely grateful to Zenos for his rare and generous understanding. You speak of achievements, but the con- constraints of red magic offer naught but frustration. And now, after 2 decades of frail, futile research, is your single struggle finally over? My friends, you must flee. This is far from over. Students of red magic, are you? Come, then, show me how your how you resist the advent of your own destruction. I know that if it either Ixfrid or what's her name die, this is a loss. And I have to start over. Loading. There we go. Hold on. I need to. Hopefully, I don't die. System settings. Sound effects. There we go. Sound effects cause a really weird sound when you hit enemies. Oh! Arya. Hey. Jeez, I might have to do this on easy mode. Which I am not averse to, I just... I'm trying to get both my bars up. Ow! Heal yourself, Arth. Yeah, I think we're dead. Holy, we're still alive. Oh, and I'm dead. That was really annoying. Yeah, I'm not averse to doing this on easy mode. Oh, elite enemy. This dumb elite enemy needs to go away. You done? Okay, we are going to skip the scene because we just watched it. Annoying. Hopefully, die again. Because that annoying enemy. Let's see. What? He has for a flare. He has all these flares. Go away. sure it doesn't go through Arya. Because Arya can die in this, and that will be sad. And if Arya dies, that's another game lose. To 3 and and 1, 2. He is defeated. There we go. Now we can watch the second cutscene. My crown Reds, you are champions of red. Of the red. Ixrin, you mustn't try to move. I'm not yet dead. I'm not dead yet, class. Though it was nice that you thought to avenge me. What a miserable pair of we make. The last of the Crimson Duelists staining the ground scarlet with our blood. I cannot even claim this final vengeance as mine. That honor goes to my students. But there lies the difference between you and me, Lambert. Your puppets follow your commands without question, but they'll not carry on your legacy after you're gone. Is that what 20 years of struggle has taught you? I admit the sense of justice with which you infect others has delivered you victory on this day at least. But the fate are known for their spiteful twist of fortune. Take this aria of yours. I'm fine. 'Twas a trying battle is all. Well, this is the injustice which breaks you. A pity I will miss your suffering. Lambert knew something, and it would seem to amuse him. Are you truly all right? I feel much recovered, honestly. We should return to Revenant's Stall. Okay, and now quickly mount up so that that frickin' annoying salamander enemy doesn't frickin' spot me. Jeez. Frickin' A rank, S rank, whatever elite enemies are annoying, especially when they're spawned right next to your frickin' quest. But I think I'm going to take a lunch break because, well, it's my lunchtime. But I'm going to put it on the BRP time for food screen and mute my mic. Be right back. I am back with Foob. So let's get started. Finish up this quest, then we can do main scenario. It's still an effort to remain upright, but I believe I will have. Seeing how you countered the techniques which felled me was a proud moment indeed. You and Arya make a fine team. I expect the Deputy President will be along shortly. You have my thanks. Had you not uncovered this plot, I would almost certainly be dead right by now. It's quite a sobering thought. 'Tis Wolfmage and Arya who must most deserve your gratitude. I was busy bleeding to death whilst the two of them vanquished the assassin's master. Is that so? Well then, feel free to send the bill for any expenses incurred to this operation on this operation to Sid himself. Food. With Lambert's death, so too will this cabal of assassins cease to plague us. For much of my life, I have lived with failure, the loss of my homeland, my inability to help prevent the calamity, but I chose to fight on in the face of these defeats. It has taken 2 decades to right the wrongs of my past, yet finally I have managed a tangible victory for my home and for Eorzea. You have made this possible. Thank you, my students and comrades. And we get Manification. I need to check where that goes on my hotbars because I need to match them up with my other character's hotbars. And that is the last Red Mage quest I can do at this point in time. One second. Pictures. Screenshots. I think it is this one. No, that is wrong. There we go. It goes right there. Okay. Unlock my hotbar. This goes here. Right? Yeah, right. Okay, that's the last Red Mage quest we can currently do. And we are going to now continue. Nope, not that, Jay. The main scenario quest. While I teleport, I'm going to take some more bites of my food. Food. beef stew. I need to go to this one. Food. I am eating my lunch while I do this for you guys. Okay, I'm not muted. Temple Night Guard. The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, sir. Hopefully this is voice active so I can mute myself.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
Yep, I can mute myself, it's voice acted.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
And I can unmute my mic now, hopefully.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Now I can turn my mic back on. Okay, talk to Lucia. First talk to Afna. The journey at least should pose little difficulty this time. I know little of this land, of the land these dragons call home. This Annex Trine, had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the largest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth Wolfmage, I must needs inform our comrades of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Wolfmage. So, what was your secret meeting about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to FFXIV, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Yastola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just so happens to be time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Yastola, but if we cannot, pray pass along our regards. Let us be off, Wolfmage. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Is it just me, or is it exceedingly warm in here? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna mute for a few minutes. I have to take care of something. Sorry about that, guys. I had to have people deal with the AC problem. Anyway, let's continue on. Mm, mm, mm. Are you ready then? Good, so am I. Let's see which one. Piety, no. Spell speed, determination, vitality, tenacity, no. Direct hit rate, I'm gonna go with direct hit rate. Yeah. Also, I'm going to switch to Summoner. Go ahead and summon my Carbuncle. Carbuncle! Yay! No, don't target my Carbuncle. Um, target you. Do. Alphanode is ready to escort Lucia to Annex Shrine. The path is long, but known to us from Falcon's Nest. We shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stable awaits. I do. Rendezvous with Lucia and Tailfeather. Okay. Yes, use a Aetherite ticket. Do. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Yazel to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in a common cause. At our side, she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Elfinode, yet Who can say what might come to pass should our nation bear fruit? Yes, yes, of course. We must press on to annex 9 if you will follow me. Now, wait, do I not have the level 62 ability? Oh yeah, I do. Ruin 4. I wonder if I get Searing Light without a quest. What class to play for this quest line? Dark Knight could be good. I just need a level 60 class. Yeah, I'll go Dark Knight, yeah. It is very cloudy and very... What is the current? Dust storm, that's why I can't see 2 feet in front of me. Current weather is dust storm. I just realized the irony that I got Midgar Solmer in my Mount Roulette. Pretty sure there is an entrance somewhere on this level. Yep. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Yazael, but this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit. Vidofnir, may I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an employee of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the effectors of this war, but now know the truth that that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did woefully betray and murder the Great Worm Reditusker, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal the truth, a truth which has at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light and the Azure Dragon and Ysael. Alas, a deception is intricately wrought, cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth after an eternity of war. Who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within grasp? Yet dream we must, as Yazael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vale, here, join us with this in friendship once more, and before the eyes of my people in Ashgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request tonight, however I cannot yet give my answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire and he must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not even leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait after 1,000 years of war. We shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Fear not, knight, thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith until we meet again. Speak with Alphanode, who's over here. Oh, I forgot to see what Lucia had to say. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons, but you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fear for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlian. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friend gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Or of that I have no doubt, Alphanode, but I only hope that fate will not hold you to your word. Another time, another place. Alphanode is eager to set out for Charlian. It would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she was privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Ishtola in Idleshire. I'm going to press the teleport button and then quickly take a bathroom break. Okay, I'm back. Let's go find Yestola. Boom. Oh, I forgot I can mount up here. There's Yestola. Let's see what Alphinaud has to say. Another conspiracy unraveled. Another conspicuously uneventful journey. It would seem we are destined not to be late. Okay, Wolf Mage, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Annex-9 would detain you longer. Did you meet with Vidofnir? Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected, she must discuss Sir Emek's proposal with Hraesvelgr, of course, but she seems amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Footbridge when we should be on our way. I'm not sure if this upcoming cutscene is voice acted. Let's see. Does Alphinaud have stuff to say? Wait. Back in Ishgard, what was she trying to tell me? Oh no. It would seem we are early. Shall we wait? Destination. I like this upcoming cutscene because it embarrassed Alphinaud.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
If it's voice acted, I can mute myself.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kral, who has recently come from the Charlian motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alphinaud Leveilleur himself? I dare say someone's grown in Ilmore too in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Miss Krile and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Krile.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
Simply put, I love any cutscene where Alphinaud gets embarrassed. I just find it funny. And mount up. Let's see what random mount I get. Carbuncles again. No carbuncle right now. What is... Do I seriously have to go to my mount guide to get a different mount that's not a carbuncle? Let's see. Oh, that's why. Three of my 5 favorited mounts, 6 favorited mounts are carbuncles. Let's add some others to favorite. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, if I summon a mount with roulette, I get something other than a carbuncle. Ooh, and some decent music. Nice. Dun, 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 I like this song. The only bird that I like of the bird mounts that doesn't have the music I like from its fight is the one from excuse me, Mr. Toad, I don't want to fight you. Go away. Is the one from the what is it? Needhog fight. I wish it had the song Dragon Song in it and playing when you write it. You did say we were heading for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? In the eye of the beholder, in the prospect of meeting the famous Master Matoya seems to have set Krell thinking. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true this way, and do have care where you tread. I smell that someone has Chinese food. Still Chinese food. Ah. I think this cutscene is voice acted.
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance. But never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
And voice is back. Speak with Alpha Node outside of Tailfeather, okay? Okay, and Alpha Node should be over this way. I think I might just take out 2 of the carbuncles from my mount favorites. Since I remove from favorites, I prefer the red one. Add to favorites. Add to favorites. Just so I have a decent variety. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown alliance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly. Do they not? In which case, we need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Krile. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split up in 2 pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampment, while Wolfmage and Krile question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. He certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress a young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you have finished making your rounds. Hopefully I don't get a carbuncle again. Yay, not a carbuncle. Because honestly, I'm getting tired of only getting carbuncles in my Mount Roulette. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No, haven't seen him. Sorry. What's that you've got there? A sketch? Hand over? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? I heard tell the other day about a Hurrian vagabond who brought down a brand sketch by himself with style. And way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding Paul. Sounds like your man. Let's see, one last person to ask about it. Seems to be over here. A Harrier man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke where in while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river. It was to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter, and the lad was making no effort to cover his tracks. See that, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Axe. Have axe. You. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Destination? Well, luckily we don't have a frickin' enemy that I can't beat at this time. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in accessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable here hunter with whom no one is familiar, though none chance to see the man's face. He has his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So you have heard tell of the same tale, but be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding the Bath trader. He came to Tail Feather in search of garments for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Bath to the market in his stead. Why wouldn't he go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as name day. It is a scene I will never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealing with the Bath, they should be able to tell us now. Quite right, Kyle. Quite right. Alpha Node would like very much to continue the search for Thancred. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lost Bath. We must go and see the Bath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. It's faster to fly. Yee, Puppo! Great Hunter, we welcome you once more to Lawfed's Path. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious! The hunters try of God, tire of God's sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend of the Bath, as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you are quite certain it was this man? There's no doubt. For the fleshling clothed in skin came to us from somehow lost and weak. He offered me hides in trade, and in exchange we treated his wounds. He brought us much flesh. So skilled a hunter he was, much flesh When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lokat Nath. Not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned their god once more, Ravana is returned. Bidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade side. Go, great hunter, less than that, claim him as a sacrifice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Auto run.
We all need that meeting.
Do I even have the level 60 skill? No. I need to do the level... I'm not sure if I lost footage of that questline when I lost the footage. Good thing I have my Chocobo spec to be a healer. There we go. Now mount up. Oh, Griffin. Cutscene.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
This is voice acted, so I'm gonna mute myself.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Ah! Ah!
Ah! Ah!
Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Okay, hello. Hello, Cat. I'm just gonna call you Cat. Hello, I am Wolf Mage. I hope you enjoy this day, and welcome to the Wolf Mages Guild. Yeah, I mute for cutscenes that are, well, voice acted.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
I think this is a good place to stop the stream for today. So, I hope you have enjoyed the stream. I hope you come back again. Until next time, I've been Wolfmage 1011. See you guys then. Bye-bye!